got a situation.
I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet.
After I have sex with a guy, I will rip their heads off.
Go beat it! Go beat it! Get loud. Oh! Do something crazy.
Hey guys, it's me here, Comrade Lavender here, and today I'm back with another anti-capitalism deep dive true crime video topic. Today I want to do the topic of pure evil, the Big Brother and Jersey Shore reality TV show files, deep dive, capitalism, wage theft, racism, misogyny, sexism, domestic violence, problematic controversial moments, sexual harassment, reality TV exploitation, etc. So let's get started in this YouTube video topic. But before we get started, all my YouTube videos will be on the screen right now that I've done of other reality TV topics. If you like to check them out, I've done a lot of YouTube videos about other reality TV topics. So let's get started into this YouTube video now.
The second episode of MTV's controversial new reality show, Jersey Shore, airs tonight. If it's anything like the first, it will make some viewers very upset. CBS News correspondent Bianca Solorzano has the story.
It has tons of hair gel, tanning, and hooking up. MTV's newly launched reality show, Jersey Shore, follows 8 hormone-crazed young adults through a wild summer. These 20-somethings are all Italian-Americans. And some Italian-American heritage groups are angry over what they feel are offensive ethnic stereotypes portrayed in the show, including the unchecked use of the term guido.
I love guidos! Let's go!
I don't think it's fair for anybody to be portrayed like this. I know it sells, but it's unfortunate that MTV has become really empty TV. What I would like to see is for them to pull the show.
The buzz has grown to include at least one advertiser pulling its ads from the program. Domino's Pizza said in a statement to CBS News, "We just have chosen not to be on that particular show," citing the content of the show wasn't right for Domino's. Still, some members of the cast have defended their portrayal.
The word guido, when it comes to our show, I'm sure if you watch the show, you'll see that it's used in a lovingly term or a celebratory term. I don't think it's a bad image. I think I look pretty good on TV.
Bianca Solorzano, CBS News, New York.
My whole goal in getting into the Big Brother house is it seems so fun. It seems like such a life-changing time.
Life-changing, but probably not in the way Big Brother house guest Luke Valentine was thinking now that he's been removed from the show for dropping a racial slur.
The cheese room, dude. Anyways, we were in the cheese room.
That moment went down on the live feeds as Luke was talking to his housemates Jared, Corey, and Heisem, casually dropping the N-word.
We were in the cheese room.
After Corey and Heisem left the room, Luke tried to laugh it off with Jared, who is black.
You got more mad about that than you.
Yeah.
A little slip of the tongue. Oh, man. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, right. I should have made you feel uncomfortable real quick. Like, whoa, bro, what you just say?
I should have been laying face down on the floor and you standing over me or something and make him feel better.
I don't give a
Well, I'm in trouble now. Well, I've been in worse trouble.
After online outrage, CBS announced the network took action, making Luke the 5th contestant in show history to be ejected from the house. In a statement to ET, CBS and producers of the show said Luke violated the Big Brother Code of Conduct, and there is zero tolerance in the house for using a racial slur.
In the early days of this game, you said some pretty harsh things about your fellow housemates. Amanda even tried to warn you, give you heads up that some of your words others were interpreting as being racist. How do you respond to that?
Being Southern, it's a stereotype, and I have said some things that have been taken completely out of context and wrong, and I do not mean to ever come off racist.
Everybody's so fucking fake.
I don't like seeing
so
like this,
fucking fake. But Rodrigo, this is fake as fuck. And from here on out, Anytime someone's, shut the fuck up talking to me. You're fake as fuck. You're fake. You're fake. You're fake. You're fake. You're fake. You're fake.
Jersey Shore star Ronnie Magro has been arrested for investigation of felony domestic violence. The 35-year-old was arrested on suspicion of violating a California law covering violence against intimate partners. No other details were given. Magro was previously arrested on suspicion of domestic violence in 2019.
Italian-American leaders are outraged, shore tourism promoters are concerned, and viewers are at once either amused or repulsed. MTV's Jersey Shore is a hit, and for some a blow to ethnic and local pride. Senior correspondent Marita Noya Aronson reports.
I was born and raised a Guido. It's just a lifestyle. It's being Italian.
For some, it's a toss-up as to which aspect of MTV's new reality show, Jersey Shore, offends most. Is it the characterization of young Italian-American men and women as guidos and guidettes?
When I'm in the Jersey Shore house, I'm going to show them what it's like to be a real guidette.
Or is it the way the program depicts the Jersey Shore?
Got 3 words: beers and the beach. That's all they need to know about the Jersey Shore.
I think it's insulting. It's a little degrading. It's a mockery to nationalities and the people that live down in the Jersey Shore.
It's funny, it's entertaining. I don't really like guidos. I think they're irritating, but that's just my opinion. But the show's fun and it's entertaining, so.
So you don't feel offended by it?
As an Italian American, yes, I do. I totally do.
It's bad. It is so trashy, and it makes all of us down here look bad.
Big Brother backlash, controversies, and problematic moments throughout its history. The year was 2000, and a new reality TV show was set to air. The premise of the group of strangers in a house under 24-hour surveillance was an unlikely ratings phenomenon. The U.S. version of Big Brother was an unscripted competition series that saw 10 strangers living in a house on a soundstage in Los Angeles, competing for $500,000. With them were dozens of cameras and microphones, so that everything and the house guests said and did, even in private with each other, could be broadcasted to the audience, an idea that has admittedly taken on darker connotations as the year has gone by and government surveillance has become more prevalent. Big Brother has been heavily criticized over the years for its lack of diversity, with many pointing out that the show historically underrepresents people of color, particularly Black, Hispanic, and Asian contestants, often featuring predominantly white casts. Despite efforts to improve representation in recent seasons, this disparity has led to accusations of racial bias and calls for greater inclusivity of the show. Less than 30% of Big Brother contestants are people of color. Of the 307 contestants who have played the game so far, little more than 80 are people of color. Black contestants only account for 12%, while Asian contestants make up 4%. Latino and Hispanic players roughly account for 7% of the contestants. Things look brighter when it comes to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus representation. Adult members of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender plus community make up 4% of the population, but account for 12% of Big Brother's contestants. Only 2 seasons have failed to have at least one lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender plus cast member. It is fitting over-representation of a group that historically has been underrepresented in media. It also suggests that more can be done to over-represent people of color too. The show has been criticized for racism and discrimination over the years as well, making major waves with the incident that occurred in season 15. During the 2013 season, Erin Gries referred to Asian people as squinty-eyed, called her Black roommate Kansas Stewart Aunt Jemima, and asked her Korean housemate Helen Kim to go make some rice. Luke Valentine dropped the N-word casually in a conversation with 3 other participants. "We were in the fucking cheese room, N-word," he said, before catching himself. Later that day, CBS announced that Luke had been expelled from the game, marking the first time a Big Brother contestant was removed for racially charged language. CBS didn't act decisively when house guest Erin Gries was the ringleader of a group of white contestants who used racial slurs and demeaning language to refer to gay and non-white contestants. This matters because the show, a competition where people live for months together under constant camera surveillance, now in its 25th season, has long faced criticism for minimize or avoiding the topic and depiction of racist incidents altogether involving white contestants. Jared called fellow house guest American Lopez the R-word during an August 2023 conversation with his allies that captured in the live feeds. After the clip began circulating online and social media, fans took to social media to call for Jared's removal from the game, citing CBS's zero-tolerance policy for hate speech directed at specific groups of people. After the fans took note of several seasons 24 house guests targeting contestant Taylor Hale, season 23 winner Xavier Prater showed his support for the reality TV star outside the house. The treatment of Taylor in #BB24 is a prime example of why the cookout was formed. The Challenge USA contestant tweeted in July 2022, referring to the All Black Alliance he helped build during the season. Members of the black community, especially black women and other people of color, stand no chance in the Big Brother house due to the perception and microaggressions of unconscious biases which plague our society. JC Manadox was accused of sexual harassment on social media after he used an ice cream scooper on the genitals of fellow house guests, including Caitlin Herman. Later in the season, he created more controversy again when he used the N-word during a conversation with Bailey Dayton and asked Rachel Swindler whether she was transgender. He made headlines again when he made light of the hashtag #MeToo movement, prompting his housemates to call him out. He was accused of misconduct again after he spotted on the live feeds lying in bed with Tyler Crispin, touching his face and arms and kissing his armpit while Tyler was asleep. Rachel Swindler and Angela Rumes, season 20, made controversial comments about their skin tones. Swindler compared her tan to the black roommate's Bailey Dayton. "My stomach is dark as bay," to which Remus replied, "I'm looking ghetto here with the skin coloration." CBS said in a statement to US Weekly that those involved have been warned about their inappropriate behavior and offensive comments, as well as future consequences. Paul Abraham applied black facial cosmetics while targeting his black housemate Dominiquin Cooper for eviction. He referred to his makeup as blackface. His mom later told TMZ that he's not racist and was simply poking fun at Cooper. Jocelyn Dent made a disturbing joke about raping the wife of his housemates, Kevin Schreibenberger, after trying up all your daughters and making them fucking watch. Kevin's wife, Deborah, told TMZ that the comments were the worst thing she's ever heard. Dent also joked about raping women at a nursing home. Frank LD groped Vonnie Rogers' butt without consent. Adam Chilinsky told his fellow house guests that he worked for an autism foundation and planned to spend his potential winnings on a hair salon so the R-words can get it together and get their hair done. After winning the season, he pledged to donate $100,000 to Autism United. He was subsequently fired from his job. Amber Savias, season 8, faced widespread backlash for calling Jewish people bad and claiming you can tell by their last name, you can tell by their nose. Adam Jusky in 2010 pleaded guilty to charges of tax evasion and possession of oxycodone with the intent to distribute, knowing how bad the opioid crisis is. He won the $500,000 prize on the show. By the time he went on Big Brother in 2008, Adam had already struggled with substance abuse disorder for years. Adam used some of the $500,000 to invest in property. He admits that he used most of the money to buy drugs. He soon realized he had enough to buy huge quantities of drugs to sell them at a profit. This is how he went from being Big Brother winner to drug dealer, and hit rock bottom in the process. And it was not long after Adam's activity with drugs, the attention of the Drug Enforcement Administration. In 2009, Adam was arrested for attempting to sell 2,000 oxycodone pills to DEA informant. He pleads guilty and was sentenced to 4 years in jail. In 2019, Morgan, a contestant who participated in the French Big Brother adaptation Secret Story France 5 in 2011, did what other reality stars deemed unthinkable. She spoke out against the superpower production company that runs the popular reality TV show. Over a 30-minute YouTube video, she gave a look into the otherwise mysterious workings of the reality TV. She alleged that that throughout the casting, filming, and post-production of the show, which required her to be sequenced from the world for 13 weeks, she experienced psychological manipulation, including restricted access to her prescribed antihistamines, which led to severe symptoms and complications, and later post-traumatic stress disorder. With the video, which now has over 4 million views, she aimed to give better understanding on how reality TV show networks function and potentially help future participants know what they're getting themselves into when it comes to reality TV. She recalls being isolated in the decision. She says while many of her castmates privately related to her experience, they were not willing to talk about it publicly due to fears of being blacklisted from production and blackballed from production. A lot of stuff was done to push us to the edge, and it was tough, she tells Time. I knew I needed to wait for when my NDA expired, but I promised myself I would say something. Several years earlier, she had sued the company and reached a legal settlement in 2016. Now, amid ongoing strikes in the entertainment industry, she is comforted to see a broader discussion going on and emerge over exploitation in the reality TV industry. When signing on to do reality TV show, participants usually also have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, or an NDA, a legally binding contract that establishes confidentiality agreement between the unscripted talent and the show. Violating these terms of the contract, which tends to last several years after a person's time on the show, can result in legal action and financial challenges. But adhering to the contract tends to keep unscripted talent silent about their negative experiences and views in the dark and about what really goes on during the reality TV shows that people enjoy. When the MTV reality TV series Jersey Shore debuted on December 3rd, 2009, it quickly became a cultural phenomenon and iconic in pop culture, and it became iconic in reality TV in general. That was both beloved and both despised at the same time. It follows self-describing young guidos and guidettes, depending on who you ask, terms of Italian pride or ethnic slurs, through a boozy summer in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. They tanned, they smushed, they conquered, and more importantly, they became a family. Jersey Shore, the show aired on MTV from 2009 to 2012 and followed the Jersey Shore gang as they traveled from New Jersey to Miami to Italy to all over the world doing the same exact thing. Going to clubs, drinking, fighting, and tanning salons over and over and over again. It's a 71-episode car crash that you cannot take your eyes off of. Not many people are proud to say they avidly enjoyed and watched Jersey Shore, yet the show is one of MTV's most successful reality TV series and projects, with views peaking at 8.9 million for the highest watched episode of the series. Jersey Shore began as a VH1 project on the VH1 TV production channel, where it was originally conceived as an all-male competition show. Casting scouts sought out the juiciest gym rats and tannest fist pumpers the tri-state area and beyond had to offer, soon expanding their search to include their female counterparts. The now coed series moved to MTV, where it debuted. The cast members appear excessively proud of their Italian heritage, yet they continuously reinforce Italian-American stereotypes of violence and aggression throughout the 6 seasons. Producers specifically set out from the beginning to build a series around loud, proud guidos. MTV points out that several cast members are only half Italian, and one is not Italian at all, and only 2 of the 8 people cast on Jersey Shore are even from the state of New Jersey, let alone the shore. Jersey Shore uses these stereotypes as a source of entertainment, and unfortunately it works in some cases. Viewers watch in awe as the 8 housemates brawl at bars, fight one another, and even throw furniture out windows and destroy people's belongings. But of course, they all come together after a drama-filled week for a family dinner on Sundays. After 6 seasons of a never-ending drama, Jersey Shore finally came to a close. But that wasn't the end of the crew's partying days. In 2018, Jersey Shore Family Vacation aired, bringing the gang back together for a few more seasons. As adults, they aren't as willing to party at bars and get into physical altercations in public like before. However, it's extremely apparent that many of the cast members have been permanently affected by the original reality TV series. Over the course of the show's original 6 seasons, America was introduced to juicehead Ronnie and Samantha, Sammi's sweetheart, and their incredibly toxic relationship. Ronnie continuously gaslit Sam throughout their relationship, cheated on her, and manipulated her into hating the other castmates on the show. This was treated as fun and games, all while the show was airing, but upon reflection, many viewers wonder if they actually witnessed and laughed at an abusive relationship. Websites such as Cosmopolitan have recently labeled the relationship as such, and popular YouTubers such as Mila Tequila and Internet Oddities have created retrospective video essays on the relationship that have amassed millions of clicks, views, and comments. The insanity of Ron and Sam rose to a fever pitch in Season 3, Episode 7. Caps are here. In the episode, Ronnie destroys all of Sam's property and belongings, crushing and ripping it, including smashing her sunglasses. When Sam returns to the house and finds all her property destroyed, she is at a loss for words. The then 22-year-old sits on the floor, tenderly holds up her broken glasses to the camera, and says, "Oh my God," she says. "Oh my God" is right. The violent moment not only was horrendous to witness, and not only to broadcast to the world, but simply preventable. While Sam was at the club, cameras followed Ronnie as he destroyed her belongings, commenting that he wanted to wring her neck, and slut-shamed her relentlessly. These cameras held vigil to her suffering for seasons prior, hoping and praying that they would get a juicy fight on camera. They never intervened, and it is alleged that this caused her a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder and why she didn't want to come back to the show. When confronting Ron, Sammi chokes back tears. "You've embarrassed me enough," she says, and he has. At this point in the series, Ron has put Sam through hell, cheating on her, gaslighting her for many episodes, and leaving her with virtually no friends in the house. And fans later, when this all have aired years later, complained that the rest of the cast never called out Ronnie for his own despicable actions, but acted like what Sam's actions in the show was horrible, but they never criticized Ronnie for the same things, on his own actions, and showcased a bias, and this isn't even the first time he's destroyed her property. It is impossible to mention this remembrance without taking note that Ron has repeatedly been hounded with domestic abuse charges claimed since the show wrapped. Meanwhile, Sam has tried to escape these issues, posting photos of her healthy relationship to her 3.8 million Instagram followers. But the comments tell a different story, mentioning Ronnie at any given chance they got. It is one thing to undergo and come to terms with an abusive past or relationship, but another to have it broadcasted for a nation and constantly brought up on social media platforms. The publicity of the way we view reality television relationships is mind-warped, with viewers expecting to see every aspect of someone. It's a celebrity status that is not based on talent, but commodification. Ronnie and Sam are the product and are still consumed over and over again today. Watched as long as the Jersey Shore is readily available to the public view. It's been nearly 15 years since Nicole Snooki was punched in the face at a random bar Patreon while filming the first season of the Jersey Shore. Back in 2009, the 4th episode inexplicably caught an irate man swinging at the then 21-year-old, knocking her to the ground of the bar and prompting one of the most, drama-filled episodes. Most of her castmates retaliated and got into a bar brawl fight, and Brad Firmino was convicted of assault and had to serve 6 months probation and a fine of $500. The incident initially increased the show's popularity, but it had more severe personal repercussions for the assaulter, who lost his job and has struggled to find work since. Ronnie, personal and emotional drama reached a peak in the season final of the last season Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Ronnie was unsure about his relationship with Jen Hardy, who was pregnant with his child, and he acted on his own frustration by cheating, drinking, and bursting into spontaneous tears. There's also some intense social media that Ronnie was slut-shaming insults on Jen mere weeks after the two welcomed their baby girl daughter into the world, Andrea Sky. There seems to be a pattern of immaturity and toxic relationships with this Ronnie guy. Fans watched the Ronnie and Jim's relationship turn physical on Thursday night's episode. Jen spit in the face of Ronnie and the fight escalated. Bodyguards and producers broke up the fight and had to step in between an aggressive Jen and an alarmed Ronnie. Nicole Snooki has never been one to hold back, but she's dishing on the behind-the-scenes scandal that would detail her entire future. Imagine this. A Jersey Shore producer repeatedly told the cops to haul Snooki off in handcuffs for public intoxication, all while the cameras were rolling. Snooki has always been the queen of drama, but it turns out some of her most infamous moments on the Jersey Shore were orchestrated more than we thought by TV producers. On a reality episode of the Third Post with Jake Shane podcast, Snooki dropped a bombshell that left fans reeling. The reality TV star claimed that her notorious 2010 arrest for public intoxication wasn't entirely spontaneous. It might have been a setup by the TV show producers. The scene, which played out on July 30th, 2010, ended with Snooki being arrested in handcuffs in the Seaside Heights, New Jersey, on charges of disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, and criminal annoyance. By September, though, the charges were dropped, and Snooki was slapped with a $500 fine and a couple of days of community service. So was Snooki's 2010 arrest just another wild chapter in her Jersey Shore saga, or was it a more calculated move by TV producers hungry for TV ratings and entertainment? Either way, it's clear that Snooki's rise from party girl to reality TV icon has been anything but boring. Jersey Shore producers sued for unfair pay as the production